single girlfriends, they always ask me, I knew that my husband was the one. And yesterday, something happened again where that was the perfect example or experience of how I knew. And I wanted to share this with you guys. So my mom is visiting right now. So she was watching the kids yesterday, and my husband and I, we went on a Sunday sort of like work date where we wanted to do some finance, family management, and so on. So we're going to this cafe, and at the cafe there's like the rows of chairs and tables, and then there's big window, like floor to ceiling windows, and outside there's more tables and chairs and stuff like that, right? And so we're sitting down inside, and next to us there's, you know, a couple of high schoolers working. On the right there's like another couple. Outside there's a bunch of couples and like groups of people and families, they're sitting, and inside as well. And so one of the tables it was kind of across outside in front of us. So it was outside, but we saw it with the window like pretty clearly, right? You can see each other. And so there's this elderly gentleman coming in. I don't know his age range, don't come at me for it, but he must have been like towards 70. Well, I would say maybe a retired gentleman. And he had a backpack on, and so he came with his drink. He put down his drink. He wanted to sit down and probably smoke. He put his cigarette down or whatever not, but he couldn't get his backpack off. His backpack, because it's like winter right now in Switzerland, you can see him all packed, layered, but his backpack got caught, right? So he was trying to get it down, and he was standing like that, but I could tell he wasn't so mobile. He was already like hinking a little bit as he was approaching the table, right? And wasn't that agile and couldn't get the backpack off, and it was caught. And like people, he literally must have tried for a couple of minutes or like even longer. People kept glancing at him. The girls next to me, I could tell they were glancing at him too and like giggling. And then without another word, my husband, who's sitting next to me, he gets up, he goes outside, and he just helps him get his backpack off, taps him, kind of on the shoulder, like makes sure, sits him down, makes sure he's okay. And that man was really struggling for a few minutes. It seemed like quite longer, right? Without no one helping him. And that was just like one of those examples where my husband, he is always one to be kind. I think that's like the best way to describe it. He just always portrays this kindness. I think it's a great example and inspired me too. Because I definitely always say that my husband, he's the way better person from the both of us. Maybe that's like the secret, but like he is just kind. And I like whenever there's any example like that, and I have probably hundreds of examples like that throughout like our 18 years together, but he will be the first one to help. And I think that in a man is like something extremely attractive and heartwarming, and like I just like you fall in love with your person again, like just a little bit every time like something like that happens. And I think it's a great reminder too that maybe to just help each other, help your fellow man that you're surrounded by. So I hope that could help. That's an example. It might be a little bit cheesy, but to be honest, like I always like remind myself too when I see like a person struggling like that in my environment when I'm at, I'm like, what would my husband do? And I know what he would do, and I know what he would say, and I know how he's raising our two sons. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm curious, what is it for you? Like if you've been together long term with your partner, what is like, how did you know that he was the one? Let me know in the comments.